Hi everyone, welcome to my first local Cliffhanger tournament. This was the weekend that's just gone and I've got another one that's coming up next weekend. So I'm going to make a few changes in my team and see how I go then. But we've got some really interesting battles coming up. I hope you enjoy them. So my first matchup was up against Foxtel. We had a lot of new players join us and it was really good actually. Some underdogs, you never really know how good someone's going to be until they sort of get their ranking. So the ones without a rank always scare me, and he brings a Munchlax. As you can see, quite an off-meta team. A couple of things on there I didn't know what to do about, didn't know what moves they run. That being the Alolan Ninetales and the Munchlax. So I just stick it out with my Umbreon here. Not going to use any shields and just see what this Munchlax actually does. Throwing the dark move there, and I do just take out the win, which does unfortunately mean that the Lantern has a little bit of time to bank up some energy. Bring up Venusaur, and he goes into his Medicham, which gives me the opportunity to bring out my Venomoth, and he is switch locked, so I'm going to go for the Silver Wind, which will be doing really good neutral damage there. And we take out the Medicham. Yay, I actually took out one. And then I'm just going to do whatever I can with my Venomoth here, because I know I've got Venusaur in the back to take care of this Lantern. Still got both my shields and go for the Frenzy Plant here. Pretty sure this is a GG, yep. And we take the first match, yay! So second round here, still up against Foxtel, and he leads with Alolan Ninetales. So I'm not really sure how this matchup goes. I do just stick it out, and I decide to tank that Dazzling Gleam, which does a lot of neutral damage, as you saw there. I don't know why, I'm just going to go for the Thunderbolt. There, yeah, I got the shield out of it, so that was good. I'm not sure what it would have done to Alolan Ninetales, but I don't imagine it would have been a whole lot. So I do go into my Venusaur because, my Venomoth, because my Venusaur would have been weak to the ice. And then he switches into Munchlax, so I go into my Venusaur. And I still wasn't sure what, even throughout all the battles, I couldn't figure out what that fast move that he was running on the Munchlax was. It turned out it was Tackle. So yeah, does some chunky damage though. And then unfortunately we've got the Ninetales here. It's going to do super effective damage. And then we're stuck with the Venomoth against the Ninetales. I'm not too sure about Ice type. I think that might be super effective against Bug, but I could be wrong. So it didn't go red there. But yeah, it's a bit of a losing battle here. And there we go. Now into the third match here, up against Foxtel, and he leads with the Alolan Marowak, which is awesome because he gon' learn that the dark moves are super effective against the ghost type. A bit of battle hero there. He gon' learn. Super effective. It didn't shield it. I don't think he expected that, to be honest. And then we've got Alolan Ninetales. Whatever was coming in, I was just going to do the last resort, just to hopefully get some good neutral damage in. Looks like he shielded that one, so I go ahead and shield as well. I really like my Umbreon. It does a lot of it just does really good neutral damage and a lot of shield pressure. So yeah, and also Umbreon is weak to that fairy type move as well. So as you can see, it was super effective there. I do still have a shield. I bring out my Charm Wigglytuff, so should be able to take out the Ninetales pretty easily, although that Ice Beam hurt more than I wanted it to. And got Medicham in the back, so I just go for the fairy move here. Oh, that's right, fairy against fighting. Yeah, I knew that at the time. And we've got our old mate Final Flash. We're rivals at this point. It always puts us up against each other. It's like Have you got any better? Can you beat him this time? You'll have to wait and see. So, wasn't a great start there. I really should have shielded the sludge bomb, but I honestly did not think that he had charged up enough to get to one. I didn't think it, and I took the gamble, and the gamble didn't work out for me. So, huge disadvantage to start the match. I go into my Umbreon against his Venusaur, which is, I mean, it's okay. It's not fantastic, but it's not horrible. And just do get both of his shields there. So I shield mine here. I did want to keep my Umbreon in just for a bit longer, get a bit more of the health gone, and I can bring out Lantern, which normally would be horrible, but all I had to do was water gun the Venusaur once there. And it does have Bastiodon against Lantern. The water type moves seem to do a fair bit of damage, but the electric is just going to be walled. So, and Bastiodon is just such a tank. Like, look, it still survived. How dare you, Bastiodon? You were supposed to die. And look, it could have been so perfect. But no, that's okay though. So we go into the second battle here. I've got Umbreon against, oh gosh, pushing my memory, Sableye, which is a good matchup for me. I don't need to shield anything that Sableye is going to throw at me because the dark type is resisting the ghost type, and the dark type move that Sableye has isn't really going to do a lot of damage, even though dark is good against dark. Oh, he shields that one. I was very surprised by that. So then he brings in Bastiodon. I just go for a last resort foul play there. And go into my Venusaur here, which is going to do nice damage with the grass type moves. He does shield that one, so I shield this because it's probably a flamethrower. So we do get to another Frenzy Plant, but I think that it's not enough to take him out, and then gets to the flamethrower. No! It's not fair. And then Venusaur's in the back to just completely obliterate my Lantern. So as always, well played by Final Flash. He always kicks my butt. Damn it. Next up, I was up against Fish on a Heater. He has Jirachi on his team and Tropius, which you sort of have to see what sort of moves his Tropius is running to know what you can use against it. So I went with my safe team, just Umbreon. I always love using Umbreon, Venusaur and Skarmory because they back each other up so well. And Venusaur is just deleting his Swampert. We've got both charge moves ready to go for whatever comes in next. And Jirachi, half of its health with that Frenzy Plant. Apparently not very effective. Pretty effective if you ask me. He does shield that one. And of course the Confusions are taking down my Venusaur. But we've got Umbreon in the back, which is going to be doing super effective damage with its dark type moves. And then he's got his Tropius in the back. Still really hard for me to see what move types it was using, but he does take out my Umbreon there. Ah, yep, okay, it looks like he's running the flying variant. So I've got my Skarmory in the back, which is just going to mince up this Tropius. Yes. So we take the win on the first one. Now, this gets a little bit controversial later on. You'll see what I mean. So unfortunately, I've got my Wigglytuff against his Lucario, which when I was building my team, I didn't really consider how much the normal typing would affect my fairy types being a counter for fighting types. So I'm hoping for the next weekend to have just a straight fairy type. I don't want that normal subtyping. So yeah, we bring in our Umbreon, which really isn't great against the Lucario because counters are going, as you can see, just doing crazy damage. We simultaneous KO here. Skarmory against Umbreon, and that's all I've got left. I've got a shield, but he's still got a Pokemon in the back, so it's not gonna really, like, Skarmory, you're really good. I love you, Skarmory, but unfortunately you're not that good. We're not gonna come back from this. And then as you can see, we started having some really bad lag issues. Really, I should have reset my game here. I think I reset my game, but I think I ended up resetting my whole phone because unfortunately it really ended up affecting the outcome of this battle, our next battle. So at the moment we're one each. So this was the tiebreaker and I got a good lead there. He switches into his Umbreon, so I do the mirror match and we're just going to be foul playing each other. Oh, sorry, last resorting each other and see who wins the mirror match. So see, we're lagging a bit. We were both getting it at this point, so I wasn't too worried about it. Sneaky switch into Lucario there. Bring out Venomoth, which just destroying it with its confusion. Not going to shield that power up punch. Do have to be careful of the Shadow Ball though. I think I got a bit scared of the Shadow Ball here and worked out good. It was a Shadow Ball. So, bit of lag there. I probably shouldn't have shielded that, but I really wanted my Venomoth to survive and I didn't want to risk it already being powered up, doing a power up punch. So this is great. We get the Silver Wind off against the Tropius. And we've got Skarmory here. He's just going to tank this Aerial Ace, go for the Sky attack, which is going to take out the Tropius. Super effective. Boom. And then this is where it gets controversial. There's one. He's one up. Foul play. Lag. Okay, there it is. 2 up, 3 up, 4 up. 5 up. I think that if I didn't lag out, I reckon I would have won that one. So after a bit of debating, we decided to do a rematch. And like, he's an organizer, so I sort of I was like, he knows that you do the same lead, it's the same team, you know. He brings out Swampert, and I thought, like, at the time I was like, I don't think he had Swampert before, and I said to him, that's the same lead? He said, yeah. And then afterwards, when I was, you know, I came home and I watched the video, and I sort of said something to him in Messenger, and he said it was a misunderstanding, and it's just like, whatever. I'll just let it go, but I don't know. It was a bit weird to me. Tell me what you guys think, because I don't know what I really think of it. So this battle just ended up going really bad as well, and I just ended up letting him take the win for some reason. Like, it's not ranked, so honestly it's not even a big deal, but yeah, kind of sucks. I hope that nothing like this happens in the Sinister Cup. I've got to remember, if anything goes wrong with my phone, just straight away just like reset your phone, because yeah, it's not worth all the issues and all the waiting. So this is a point where we just gave up. It's just like, I didn't want to hold everyone up. We had 1 round left, so surrender and exit. And my final match is up against another new person who was CBF 13. You can see they've got a really good team. I was wondering what variation of moves they were running on their Latios or Latios. I can never remember which one's which. So yeah, another mystery. You never know how good they are. I tanked this Hydro Cannon. Look at that. Geez, I love how much of a tank Umbreon is. Just doesn't have very strong charge moves, but they're good for shield pressure. I mean, it's no Vigoroth, but it's still pretty good. So I tanked the second one there, trying to get the other foul play. Unfortunately, he gets to the charge move first, and I do decide to shield so that I can get to my charge move as well. And I've got both of his shields. He's got both of mine. And got off one last foul play. Brings in his Steelix. I go into my Lantern, which has only got half health. Trying to get to that Thunderbolt, but I didn't get to it in time. Unfortunately, he Earthquakes me, and Wigglytuff against Steelix, not really a great matchup. So we're going to do our best though. Earthquake hurts way more than I wanted it to. And I'd go for a Play Rough. I mean, I probably should have gone for an Ice Beam, but it does take the Steelix out there. He's got a full health Vigoroth in the back, so GG's. So going into our second fight here, leads with Swampert and I lead with my Wigglytuff. So Charm is just, it does so much damage, I love it. But I do decide to tank that Hydro Cannon, and he's got another one ready to go, so I do shield the second one. And just trying to charm down the Swampert and get the Play Rough off on the Vigoroth. So he does shield that one, and I just let him get rid of my Wigglytuff there. Go into Venusaur. I don't shield this one. It was a bit of a gamble because it could have been an Earthquake, so another Body Slam there. Get that Frenzy Plant. He shields that one, so trying to get up to another Frenzy Plant there, but unfortunately just under. So it does take out my Venusaur, and we've got Umbreon up against that Vigoroth. It's got another charge move ready to go. And I'm able to get to the foul play here. This counter is just wrecking my Umbreon. And he's got Latias in the back with Charm, which is just not great for my Umbreon. We try our last resort. It does really good damage, but it's not enough. Charm wrecks us. So here's the final standings. Congratulations, Final Flash, on the win. And thanks to everyone who came. It was a really good day. Thank you to Banana Tanks and Fish on a Hitter for organising it. Thank you to Ghost Stadium for coming up with this cup idea for us for September. As usual, I'll have links in the description for Discord servers for Pokemon Go PvP, so check those out. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!